Well, long story short, yes, you can. Usually when you think about Japan, you think about Tokyo, which is a lot of concrete, buildings, and small spaces, which is not wrong. But even in Tokyo, you can do a lot of different sports, and they always have space for this kind of stuff. Can you play as a tourist? You can, but in that case, you're probably gonna need to know someone that lives in Japan, and they will have to invite you to play in some place. But what if you live in Japan? In that case, it's pretty easy to play tennis because there is a lot of public places where you can play. You do have to pay, even in public places, because there is a system where you can basically rent a court. In my case, I have a friend that lives in a big condominium, and in this place they have a hard court. As we progressed on the game, playing just by ourselves, we started to see that we were really enjoying the game. Because of that, we decided to find other places to play because we only had the court available one day of the week, and we wanted to play maybe twice a week or something like that. And then that's when we found out about the public system where you can rent a court. Maybe in the future I can just make one video explaining the system to everyone, because I feel like most people when they move to Japan, they think everything is so complicated because if you don't speak the language, which is my case, I only speak English and my native language, which is obviously not English. Anyway, I started playing just for fun and maybe to get a little bit more in shape. The thing is, one of my friends, he told me about how you can improve your game playing against the tennis wall, which in the beginning was kind of boring because we were just enjoying playing the game. Even if we didn't know how to play, we were just having fun running around and chasing the ball. But when we went to train on the wall, was super ugly in the beginning, and took us maybe a month for me, of course. One of the guys knew already how to play tennis, so for him was way faster. But for me, it took me a month, I think, to actually start to hit the ball a little bit better. Almost a year later, after we started playing the game, maybe I think about more 8 months or something like that, we had the opportunity to play in the Olympic, I can't say it's where they play the Olympic Games, the 2020, or actually 21 because of the pandemic. And we finally had the opportunity to play in this place. And that's when I felt like my game was not progressing as well as I was thinking. And since I was enjoying the game so much, I was kind of disappointed on myself that I was not spending proper time training it. So I was okay, maybe it's time to go back to hit the wall. And that's when I found that kind of close to my place, there is a park with public courts, and these public courts you have to rent, but the wall you don't have to pay anything, is free. There's just a time limit, 30 minutes, and you have to wait a little bit, and then you can go back again. And then I trained it for maybe 2 or 3 months, and I started to feel like my game was finally getting a little bit better. And as my skill progressed a little bit, not too much, you're gonna see in the video, is just I barely play tennis, but I have fun. That's what matters. And the thing is, in this channel, I'm going to be talking about cool things you can do in Japan that most people don't think you can, or it's too hard, or you need to speak the language. You should. I have to learn the language, it's true. You don't have to give up just because you don't speak right now the language. You can learn. Just go out and do your things. Don't be afraid of trying things. Just be respectful, because Japanese people are super respectful about everything in life. So just do the same thing and enjoy your time in Japan. There's so many cool things to do. Also, another thing that I can talk about, maybe in a different video for sure, it's my racket journey, because I started with a different racket. And I know since I'm older, I am 38 now, most people say when you start playing tennis, you should just stick to your first racket and learn the game. And then maybe in the future, when you are playing like a solid game, you can maybe switch rackets. But in my case, I'm just playing for fun. I'm never gonna be a pro or anything like that. So I switched a lot of rackets because I wanted to try different things and see how it was for me. And I used it to play sports when I was younger, so I was not so concerned about, I'm not gonna be able to learn a little bit at least. So yeah, I changed the rackets a lot. Well, now you can see by yourself if I have improved a little bit at least, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, it's probably gonna be bad if you like tennis.